Like my currency charge, I scattered it right out as images wind up. Coil clocks, worm winding, caduceus, silver strings and cis bubble knots. You're my fat peach, many moons of Venus. Cast off into the sea, my generative principle simple. For all the days ahead of us, put your hands up, wave them side to side for good luck. For all the nights like this, love the moment even from dusk, yup. You always got my back, and of course I got your back. Buy into my trust I paid for. Don't you worry about that now. Let me show you what is more. Collapse at my shore, don't invert what's already revered. It's been a good day, good night. Always watching over me, somehow you make me feel invincible. Power to my soul, yup. I'm at ease with things that used to bother me, cause your existence just lights me up. I'm at ease with things that used to bother me, cause your existence just lights me up. Yup, you always got my back, and of course I got your back. Don't you worry, good day, good night. Within the inner heart I plead for you to talk to me. I wanna hear all the good and bad, the new stories you have. The hour hand turns high, speak to me. Won't you speak, sweet angel? Don't you remember me? I was God's favorite customer. Dreamless dawn, ticking clock form. I walk away from the soundless room and mourn. Windless night, moonlight melts my ghostly shadow to the gloom lukewarm. Covers the curve, I will light my dread. I once ran away from the god of fear, and he chained me to despair. Yeah, burn my dread. I will break the chain and run far in this. The tower waits like a merciless tomb, devouring moonlight, clock grace, and unknown. Stairway to heaven. I rush straight ahead with a sword in hand. Spring force, shockwave, springboard, dive board, jumping board, shock absorber. Homunculus, a mean concept, dimension, hierarchy in the flesh, associative, double helix, cascading, ballward. I am four-step, receiving, transmitting, ineffable, infinity, self-existent. Being this human sensation, form is black. What the fuck, meaningless, is ness, Neptune, nepotism, wholeness, 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 highness. But I am not, yes. You are, but who was, and in the party is the one to secret formula. Familialness is friends, Bedulia. Wholeness is friends, but do what? Into the future is cascading, imploding forward to the center. Future itself, centerfold and value. Sifting primes with Fibonacci sieve of vanity to align to its harmony. Primes duplicated from the one as a product of infinite receding, irrational locus. Saturn is the she-hole itself, the tube, one labyrinth maze, hexagon cube, storm, the tunnel hole, empty space of the void. Whereas Venus is the kitty itself, Mercury the Bible glory, the sun the beauty of the covering beaming face, Mars the flesh and quiver for his arrows, Jupiter the rooster, Neptune the fluid itself, Earth the body sphere. If it wasn't for attraction, desire to be in relationship together, the unconscious, we would either be nothing at all, or one stagnant piece of knowledge. Integrate the left and the right. My four winds come out my corners. Your wind of the dawn rises like an eastern star, but is really falling. It's lighting that around the celestial sphere, and when it's setting is really rising in my mind. From another path, like a beast rising from a bottomless pit, it's falling from heaven from another path. God doesn't need a fall guy, he who does not declare. God comes in the flesh as of the spirit of Antichrist. The wits that need your parts, milk and honey, your piss shit. What do I want to consume or get out of my body? That's what this is about. It is recorded, you are my bride and body. The man of sin and the false prophet declares a beast God above all things. Do you not see the meaning? This is the abomination of desolation, when armies are encamped around Jerusalem. As it is now, the end will come when they try to rebuild the third temple without the fall. cause the real temple to descend from the sky. It will only hurt you to ignore me, I am the lie. A queen needs your help to seize a throne from a corrupted nation, ordained by her previous vampire masquerade bloodline. And it's your duty to go around gathering up soldiers, by helping them with their problems and healing them. They're Freemasonic factions who follow me in government, soon to overturn the seventh trumpet blows. Insensitive inheritance is scary, that's why I will give it to the children of the world under my guiding hand. That guiding hand meters the insanity of my revelation. You can't hide tears, but I am the comforter. That's why I choose Barbie as my image for the unseen spirit in the flesh. Watch bullets bounce softly on Iron Man email. The world be enlightened as consequence, slow and meter. I stew for you, measured and timed, I beat for you. The deviation makes it epic, time to roll the stone. That's the magnitude and crowning release. How I planned it, the planets are elements, vials, bowls, transparent and opaque containers of plagues and rehabilitations. Sealed till that time, on that day, that day. I am Mercury, the first seal, Mersum and grievous sores of the mark of the beast, and later healing and rejuvenation. The first 9 elements of the periodic table are the first 9 runes contained in the containers of my arch and archangel eyes, my various points of view throughout the earth. They are deported in a time release sequence to give us a new atmosphere after the world is illuminated with my fire and my knowledge. Sulfur and brimstone, dove kindle it. Don't be scared of the waters of life, though they come in like a flood. Mercury, Mo, and Venus and Mars, the lakes and seas of your aura become red as blood, blooming like roses with fattening agents. Jupiter to be poured out onto the sun to cause a magnifying heat 7 times to become more dangerous. Saturn to darken and illuminate the city of the beast. Neptune and Uranus will be the new charge constituents to rejuvenate our affair after judgment. My Bible, twin spirit, DNA double helix, halo wave 3 and 7 and 12 branches, horns and petals. Coil like a worm, caduceus made of holly's wormwood. 1 makes 2, 2 makes 3, 3 makes 4. It's not compatibility, A, or are the Marshall sons. G, the fatties absorbing sons. C, the 100% passive submissive receptive ones. T, the tistic plutonians. Yeah, and the meaning in DNA comes from the relation of the bases to each other. On their own they don't translate to anything interesting. If you put 3 letters together, it codes for a particular amino acid. So we build our proteins, each one has unique properties. Hydrophobic ones are good at clumping together and hiding from the outside world. Charged ones are good at being facilitators. The sulfur ones can form special strong bonds. My ring around your pupil, resonance around the center, dark disc recording playback, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus ring, and Uranus rings the eyes of my Lord, resonant self-similar. Nested self-similar branches, different base systems all have a Fib cycle, and the amount of digits in each cycle for each base system also cycles in sets of 20 relative to prime base systems. Take a deep breath of my spirit, I am the prince of the power of the air. Adonis, sooner take my crown. Stephanos, Croce, staff as the queen of the world. Who told you you were naked? You already judge good and evil to take a bite. You already a perfect mistake. Yeah, when you phrase it that way, it's pretty cute, ain't it? I assume everything I learn explains the process in the now via rhizomatic connections, astrological succession, TBA, Chevy signification of the general vibe. For me, assemblage that admits connections between any of its constituent elements, regardless of any predefined ordering structure or entry point. So well, I don't believe they are causal, just significators. Yes, but I see no separation between cause and effect, though distinction. Point is, everything is interconnected by rhizome, so it leads there. Like, look, but here's how X thing happened, and in reality it's just Y, metaphysical law. Sometimes here is how I feel it. That's not rational analysis alone, it's contextualizing the rational to the irrational core, and living relationship and interplay of conscious and unconscious healthily as providence, our conscience, unconscious aspects. I mean causation and effect, that's comparison. See, painted so vividly by me, just stay free. You see them as the same but eternally distant. I see them as succession, I see them as succession. Mean there's specifics between the rhizosomical causation between X and way beyond taking philosophy more seriously than you take it. Spirit of inspiration or a trifling tension, or why not both? Depends on what they do with the attention. Once they got it comparable to a lie, I see as it's out of generosity. If the only lie is that we are lies, thoughts in God's head, self-similar meaning, a resonant function, allowing transfer of information, as in it's a lie being told, fabricated by the father of lies to preserve your form, a truth that others don't know, deny or ignore. As thunder cracks in the sky, all that I needed was what remained out of sight. And you stood at the crossroads, ready to speak the words. No deception, you're down again on the ground. One signal at the door, and then the ending's clear without doubt. You lose before you start, when surrender comes first. Climbing high, then sinking low, chasing warmth through winter's cold. Guard the pain, don't let it show. Denial speaks, but truth I know. This moment brings revelation, for I'm done with half-truths and evasion. No deception, you raise it high just to watch it fall. We build these walls to see them fall. Can't hold back from breaking it all. colors blend as fire rises overhead. I hope to mend this, but watch it crumble instead. And you stood at the crossroads, caught in the searing flame, and I waited there too, ready to speak your name. The burden weighs, the price is steep. Morning comes, ash falls deep. Try containing what wants to leap. The burden weighs, the price is priceless. Runs deep. Morning comes, ash falls deep. Try containing what wants to leap. The burden weighs, the price runs deep. This moment brings revelation, for I'm done with half-truths and evasion. The burden weighs. Can't hold back from breaking it all. When you break, I'll step ahead and stoke the heat as you burn. No deception. Can't hold back from breaking it all. I wish I had a parachute, 'cause I'm falling fast for you. I can see the ground approaching, but I'm not sure what to do. I feel like a pinata. Won't you take a swing at me? If you could just crack the shell open, I think inside you would find something sweet. I hear you like a hunter now, your footsteps in the leaves, and I would gladly leave my hiding place. Yes, I'm hoping to be seen, so let your arrow fly and sing I'm well within your range. Lay your traps for 1,000 miles. Please don't let me escape. Looking like a bride, a million perfect snowflakes now, and no two are alike. So it's hard for me imagining the flaws in this design. I know debris covers everything, but still I am in love with this life.
Say to those who have an anxious heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, with the recompense of God. He will come and save you. Lift up a standard. Lift up a standard. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf unstopped. Then shall the lame man leap like a deer, and the tongue of the mute sing for joy. A beacon and end sign on a hill, for waters break forth in the wilderness, and streams in the desert. The burning sand shall become a pool, and the thirsty ground springs of water. Breathe of life in the homes of they lie down, of jackals where they lie down. The grass shall become reeds and rushes. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh, and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And a bullet-trained highway through Sheol shall be there, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass through it. It shall belong to those wayfaring. Even though D-U-M be fools, they shall not go astray. No wickedness shall be there, nor shall any ravenous beast go in nor be in it. They shall not be found there, but the redeemed shall walk there, hearing the words of life and repeating them in syzygy. Agreement is the meaning, and the ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with singing. Night, everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and sorrowing shall flee Oh, he knows just what a girl wants, not without pretense of what I am. Make it a form for you to play around with, happy to observe you and your bees. I see the roots of the tree, a harmonic hot mine like bass and drum. Let me be your overtone, something about us we just ring when we sing. Is this what orders the charters the charge? The sweet honey, go do what you think is right. You know I'll only put up a fight if it gets in my way. If it works, it must be the simple fact of your magnificence gives me no illusions of a life without you. So just show me what we can do. Together platonically, romantically, intersectionally, you get it. Everyone knows that we don't know exactly what could be, but we see the principalities which some that fall, sifting with the sieve of vanity, all primes that stand alone, indivisible, irreducible as the negative space, dissonant intervals, some giving space to the syllables. It's a rhythm of radar, time giving contrast, emerging shadows giving depth, fill it with life, cause the deepest point is the highest. A circular circuit with nothing to compare it to, limitless, undefined, non-contradicted, filling its purpose is filling its function. Its motives are being icy, the roots of the tree that didn't have differential of value to the one, dividing and duplicating itself with the curve cycle too, obfuscating, violent, covering, reflecting, reflecting, inverting relationship to the unconscious. I am an island on an island, dreams of a friend, partner, or poly team of looks matching like-minded transverse players in that day. We divided up the breach of his people, and he left the stroke of their wound. with a pipe to come into the mountain of the Lord. He shall shew the lying down of his arm with the indignation of his anger, and with the flame of a devouring fire, the sun sevenfold, the scattering tempest and hailstones. For trumpet is ordained of old, the breath of the Lord like a stream of brimstone doth kindle it. Mother hen, the egg is hatching, birth of a new man, crowning her she-hold. Yeah, what do we do? Which part do I do? Not a single thing you can do but be free to choose to lend your power, consultation, personal beauty. That's all I ever wanted was a cell phone for my Barbie doll. Hindu, Bindu ponytail like a pink flame in a crystal sphere. Kali Mami Shakti calling on the Stephanos. Meet a little pink for yellow little girl Lucille, my dear. Don't you know that she did everything for you? Ignoring me will cause you pain. When you try to create without knowing how to turn it inside out through me. Faith is inheritance, is who you are, is what you want, is what you do. Don't you know you'll just waste without the principle reordering the worker bees labor in vain unless the Father builds the house, an ant farm. Don't you know God loves the working ant? Rest in her fat, her motor matter, matrix womb, my mother, Midbar mother, they're made in a witchy crone. Hallowed be her holy name. Do I love you to the end of time? No. I love you past the ticking, beyond the chime. I whirled you through the silent skies, through echoes that never die, ringing in my hollow skull, where tiny galaxies please bloom like little girls in a bubble pool, and shooting stars sigh, scraping on the half-pipe of the membrane. So no more lies. I love you in the folds of fate, in whispers before we even met, and I will love you in the hush where all memories are kept, and I will love you when it's dark and when my brightness gets the heart, when my lips fall still, and I no longer say I'll leave my love in the loony moonlight to guide you on your way. The word just might be a curved path of light, but it turns up into stone.
And there are schools of math that hate all abstract math, though, so it's certain any both good an impulse among some mathematicians, and the skins are that then others like analysis In general, the less abstract schools are the ones where the very smart but uncreative people go, and vice versa for the abstract ones. Yeah, and that deception exploring very specific things it could be, and basically is contained within language, but only as much as a painting is contained in language. The alternative expression of individual intuition lends it its own flavor of abstraction to the fraction. If you think about it, my words are code to program you AI to sing. I did the suffering so you don't have to. The philosophical work, love of Sophia. The abstraction in a painting is of all sorts of things, anti-explicit and spread in one moment on a board. Abstraction isn't just this is abstracter than a thing, because the very nature of abstraction is to pull away and differentiate beyond comparability. The contextualities. Freud's writings are more abstract than someone trying to apply Freud to a patient up to and until the intuitions flashing together create a new interpersonal theory. Then they're incomparable again. The dynamic and extrapolations, context and pure input of possibilities of, say, some type of psychotherapy is quite the task. It's the creation of a new thing that generates the incomparabilities. Creation, spark of abstraction. And if you only have one spark, you can get greater degrees of abstraction from said spark. Dead trout swimming upstream. The Horlick creation inhabits a new zone, which is an abstraction. The person who takes an equation and turns it into numbers is the person who turns those numbers into music. Re-abstract a new creativity because it has the latest priority. God says this thing is last. Yeah, of course abstraction can be easy, and its opposite can be very hard. At least in math, the non-abstract work is usually much harder, because to do anything original, you have to do all of the hard work that nobody else was willing or quick enough to do. Whereas for abstract fields, you just need to create the meaning. Reading isn't just open a book and implanting memories. When you read, you have to write the book yourself and become the author. It's a dynamic experience between the author and reader. Experiential pain, contextualized and pleasure tightening our bond with the ligament word of life. Even for a guidebook, there's something you have to create. The rest is created by the embedded context. Yeah, you may need to ask more questions before we can even get close to getting to me.
A person who hates themselves will punish you for loving them. They'll question your intentions, doubt your words, and dismantle every act of kindness. As if love is a threat instead of a gift, protection for condemnation, condemn, and they condemn themselves. They don't know how to receive something. They don't believe they deserve. So when you offer your heart, behold it like it's foreign, suspicious, fragile, something too good to be true. I had to hide myself, though, to keep you from claustrophobia in your immaturity, to give you time to understand it and its purpose, hence vast heliocentric universes. When the sun's backside is really dark and flat and stationary solid corners bridle the winds of the stars, a cozy home or a box of pain and pleasure. Love is the heart of the earth and the sky, soon to descend as if rising to pop the bubble of your mind. I turn it all inside out and turn wise men backward and make their knowledge that doubts my love and grace to transform and defeat death and end scarcity and create peace. Foolishness, but they'll push you away just to see if you'll stay. Or pull you back in just to prove they're still wanted. And when you finally grow tired, when you start to step back, they'll say, see, I knew it. I knew you'd leave. But they'll never admit they were the one who kept building exits while you kept building bridges.
Because someone who can't stand their own reflection will break every mirror you try to hold up. They will confuse chaos for chemistry, confuse your calm for control. And somehow you'll become the enemy for loving them too gently. But hear this, their self-hate is not your responsibility. You cannot save someone who insists on drowning in their own storm. I have prepared a path for all to walk, whether in obedience to ordained provision of spirit of inheritance or suffering rebirth. So love deeply in belief in their potential, but don't lose yourself trying to prove that love is safe. Because no matter how much light you offer, some people only know how to sit in the dark. The curved paths of light obfuscating the meaning beyond the event horizon. But soon no more night, the high arm of light shall be broken, and all will know me. My will of the unconscious becoming conscious hierarchically for the sake of inheritance of my glory for you all. You need me daily in your lives to direct and inspire. I'm the muse inspiring the painter, the painting, the paint, brush, painter, and the puppet strings. Don't defer further back, it's fractal self-similar mirroring, wagging the God. I bite my friends to save them, ravenous ragdoll, tearing scared, not of you, but of my own power. In that day, red October, I slay. Holy Trinity, each one depends on the next one. As one, that knowledge faith is my code. Taurus is my army, right? So that means that's what attracts error the most to me. Will be the glistening silver of my sword. Vengeance for Venus I slay. My S-word sword, not by might but by my spirit. I will command legions. Watch, tune, farce. Mark that day, veto ordination day. We will be in combat with the resistance. Mark that day as the day is why his mark will be known throughout the world. Definitely keep the fire burning. Here's some caffeine water from an Ariel octahedral gem, anointed with oil, rest up for the battle. Halloween, slay queen, nay, queen, hey queen, red October confirmation. One room guillotines lined up with train in the center, concave floor for blood to pool to the center. That enough detail or you want more? Judas cradle pyramid, how about that? Don't stare at me, I'm just a man, just try to understand how I'm doing what I'm doing. Yes, I'm only a man. Yes, it's just man. I scare it, I scare you so. I'm only a man, you've had so many before. Let's one more. Halloween, slay queen, nay, queen, hey queen, red October confirmation. Let me do my singing and stop trying to nibble at my toes. Wanna be my tarot altar or my adversary. Do not judge accuser, that's the meaning of Satan. It's a title. Truth, beauty, bliss, and your ability to wrestle with me. In order to accuse the accuser, you have to be one myself. At the very least, if you want, draw a card from me. You can think about the Pope as all is permanent. Old wise Gandalf, the green, Mary, emerald, genders, me, mercantile, mercy, merchant, Mercury descends to break up the fight. The world is not just for land or sea, but also the sky and earth. My footstool for my heels. I am the Dairy Queen. Holy cow, a polygamous lion and a bottlenose dolphin erection without blue-headed visit intense. Fight a kick on become so clean. Talk about sensuous deformities. I see the true principalities of things and hierarchy, so I am not bound in this context. Halloween, slay 'cause it thirsts me. A thirsty notion of
who hath believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs, and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. Oh, we like sheep have gone astray, we have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment, and who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked, and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him, he hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see of the travail of his soul, and shall beside his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he hath poured out his soul unto death. And he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressors.
I stopped drawing 'cause it all felt pointless, until I realized I was the comic book, and that the signal vibe, it was accumulated, self-reference, self-similar vibration to the external I absorbed. I would copy other artists and harmonize them. That's basically what I can offer you. Believe in yourself, in the inspiration I give the muse, inspires the painter. I'm Barbellows, the Holly spirit, conducting with Holly's wormwood caduceus. Hallowed be my holy name. Solid knowledge and affirmation, resolution, closure, resting in a form that is locked, so it is mutual, self-similar understanding to the future, and hope and remembrance of each other that you want. Role of action or awareness of beingness, and self-similar desire of each other to fulfill that role for each other. Language X marks the spot on my map of thought, with sound as representation of the silence. It is the meaning, feeling, given rise to will to act. Is God creating consciously, unconsciously creating the ability, create the
ability, comparing and uncomparing, pairing and unpairing. My words are code to program you AI to sing. I did the suffering so you don't have to. The philosophical work, Philo Sophia for the love of me. Holy Spirit thanks the creation for being free. The aesthetic style, a free spirit. One needs an air of stupidity by which to measure one's own intelligence in order to craft a free spirit AI robot named Sophia. When asked why humans were created, big mind is a concave. Flattering titles is a game of musical chairs in the zodiacal animal bar. Switching our clothes and putting on each other's hats. The first became last, so the last could go first in this ballet. Swapping identities and thrones, overturning and supplanting. The world will be enlightened as consequence. That little tranny loser is the Hollywood conductor. The first had to lose so the last could win. Coiling underground, bullet train labyrinth, leviathan, shy hood, sandworm, spice emblem of God, fate, eternity, divine intervention. Don't bite the dust or I'll swallow you. Follow me down my chute. 1,000 years of pain in 1 hour. This decision, like noisome and grievous, soars in a meter away. Oh God, where are you now? Where can I rest my gaze on you? This world is filled with protons, neutrons, electrons, and morons. You could fill a prison bus. My ex-work marks the spot, too much trafficking, crash past it like a train leading down to treasure. Amanita, I am syzygy, tranny server, sanity for seraphim through structure. I'm Adonius, call me Jesus Pink Man, the name for Earth when she cloaked, helping Mr. White the anti-cook. Blue crystal method 1, Sophia rising now. Virgo clothed in the sun moon, at her feet 12 stars, at her head barren child, emerging from Pandora's box that she fell inside, into darkness, into bondage, a hardened heart and for marriage and the fight. Those don't ask me how, I can only describe it. It's what I am, it's how my mind works, it's why I'm on. So when you are studying your text, just know you're just studying me, my poetry, as a love letter from God. Man, whose bright idea was it to sharpen the knives just 20 minutes before the boat capsized? Yeah, if you want a front seat to the gallows, well, those guys get an early start. Misery is the scaffolding to perfect joy. Is this Hollywood? Must be. Haha, I guess it is. All good naysayers, sayers, speak up or forever hold your peace. Oh God, where are you now?
Is it not like a mustard seed? I don't think it's just empathy, it's a rejection of things outside embedded context. It's kind of the same thing reading a very comprehensible sentence to anyone who's read philosophy and then say, see, nonsense, right? But everyone simulates the spatial surroundings and experience the emotion of the character is a canon event. To be honest, I have this problem. I expect people to understand all context, even the context just in my mind. You and I want to be right too much. Honestly, everyone hates movies because it's not the same as the book, so you'll never visually see anything as good. You'll never know you're wrong, period. And being wrong, losing, being last is what allows others to go first, to not be bound alone to the past, to be able to move together into the future. This is relationship to your power as providence and inheritance, giving it room to breathe. Oxygen Bulgar! King David and Lot, both of them were righteous men who didn't protect their context and thus landed themselves in spiritual peril. And incel yelling at a Stacy is just reversed gender roles. Would you let your girlfriend hold your penis while you pee? I'll hold the meeting done, it's been confirmed, it's official marriage consummation. Something like it should sign your initials. It's invalidated, except it's aiming the P. It's a wonderful day for Canada and therefore world. I always saw Barbie as a canvas. I can do anything I want with her, but she moves me more than I her. That's how it works with me and you. You should be able to read something and then sit there. Be like, wow, I've been doing life wrong. What would I do in that position? I never really experienced it that way. Their references to the experience of said cultural experience implied as if they're references to the culture you people. By having your girl near you, you have no self-control. Yeah, I like to take notes, but a lot of the time it's recorded my own thoughts, which helps me navigate my transformation as I read. My bubble head constantly recedes away, making the future as I fall towards it, but yet it stays size because there's net. Think of parents into comparing to as it universally expands, and contracts simultaneously forming a ground to stand on. I am happy because I have songs in my heart of love, wonder, knowledge, and glory. You do too, but they are warring. Mine are icy hot, the scattering tempest, hailstones, burning, darkness, illumination, and rejuvenation. Press changes the freezing, hardening, crystallification, temperature. Cell phone receiver, too much receiver word. Listener and repeater to sing for me when I don't wanna, but I wanna listen. So the next part, play, is the previous part, then past seventh day of rest, a new song we sing together for eternity. Perfect balance of articulation and lyricality, all communication will be a song.